Atleti have in the bank now, Andy.
Yeah, Arsenal 45 minutes away from the Champions League final. And Atleti need a goal, and they need a little more in terms of their attacking intent, committing people forward. They're going to have to take risks, they're going to have to throw people at the right time, but they're going to have to get some serious numbers in the box, start delivering a few more crosses, maybe look for a change or two from the bench, I think, after 10 minutes.
So 1-0 on the night, 2-1 Arsenal on aggregate. What can he do to change the outcome in his side's favour? It's Arsenal who get the second period underway. One half of football away from Budapest and the final.
Yeah, last week in Madrid we saw a very different Atleti, pretty much from the get-go in the second 45 minutes. Just a completely different mindset, a little tweak to the shape. Tonight it's still with the same personnel, but they've just got to find a gear. They need a spark from somewhere.
Alvarez has been dispossessed by Rice. It's nearly a spark for Arsenal. We will get to this. Lookman, Alvarez reveals ball into the penalty area. Lookman and Griezmann both attacked it, and White managed to win it. He's played very well in that kind of number 9, holding the ball up well.
Done well there. When that ball's in the air, look, he's having a little look. Gyökeres, he knows where the Normand is. Backs into him, resists the challenge, look, leans into him. And does enough to convince the referee that that should be an Arsenal free kick. That's really important, he continues to do that.
Gabriel with a free kick for the home side. Sakharov was offside. The Normand for Preville. Now to play at Trossard. Simeone. Mark Preville, this is a good run. Still going. It's too far in front of Llorente, too short for Lookman. Trossard, Gyökeres ahead of him. He's looking towards the jersey. Marcus Llorente. Big free kick.
Yeah, that sort of foul in the Champions League match usually gets a yellow card. I think he's lucky there, Llorente. Because he clearly grabs the shirt and Trossard hangs on to him. Does enough to pull him to the floor. That should have been a yellow card.
Gabriel going to ground.
a lot of room there for Ben White, wasn't there? Far too much, actually. As they switched that ball out to the right-hand side, they had a 2-on-1 on the far side. Ben White's got all the time in the world to have a look. Look at the little one, he's not even looking at the ball. See, again, so many players nowadays, very difficult for the referee to have eyes on everything like that, but I think when players are facing the wrong way and they've got their arms over an opponent, you are running the risk of conceding a very soft and unnecessary penalty.
Ruggieri's ball. A few passes have gone astray for Atletico at the beginning of the second half. With the throw-in. Crash goes around too easily there. Oh, it's picked up by Simeone! Referee says corner. What an opportunity! What a recovery from Gabriel.
They did incredible in the end. Again, obviously it's going to be checked, but it's a really good run from Simeone. Bends his run to stay onside. Saliba tries to nod it back, it's never getting there. And he feels he's impeded by Gabriel. Let's have a little look at this. I mean, the Arsenal defender is the wrong side. He has a little chip away at him. Does he make contact with him at the vital moment? There's a little connection there with his foot, and then again at the end, the ball may have already gone away. It's kind of squirted away from Simeone.
It's been checked and cleared, in comes the corner kick. Well, huge lead for Arsenal. That's higher than the top of David Ray's crossbar. But that mistake could have been so costly.
Oh, it certainly could. This is the goal we're seeing here. Really good hit from Leandro Trossard, and Jan Oblak spills it, and Bukayo Saka's alive and alert and cue the wild celebrations around North London. But Atleti were very nearly back in it there, very, very close to drawing themselves level. That's how quick the picture can change. Just one little clip ball down the middle, a lack of concentration from Saliba, and you can see the goal very quickly in this competition at this level.
Mark Pruvilla's put that out of play for an Arsenal throw-in. Simeone would appear to be gesturing in the direction of some of his replacements. Good ball, Griezmann. Options here for Antoine Griezmann. Lookman is the target. White slid in. He's taking it from the outside.
Great challenge, but concentration levels from him as Lookman made that dash from outside to in, then White tracked the run and dealt with that really well.
8 minutes have flown by at the start of this second half.
Better from Atleti again though. And again, because Arsenal have something to hang on to naturally, you do sometimes tend to take a step backwards. You don't want to, but human nature. They're going to try and snap themselves out of that and continue to get forward when they can.
Ruggieri, Griezmann, Gyökeres and Eze with Rice. It's a really powerful run by Gyökeres. He was trapped all the way by Llorente.
Great block, wasn't it? Really good.
And the block actually travelled about 35 metres to Griezmann. Simeone to Mark Puville. Behind Griezmann, Lewis Skelly. Trossard for Calafiori. Well done. Nicely from Trossard back into Calafiori. Jokeres might have just gone too soon there. We'll see if that goes on.
More space on the field now, isn't there? It's opening up, it's gradually starting to stretch this game. And as a result and a consequence of that, we are going to see, I think, more chances. Definitely the intent from Atleti is greater. It's got to be.
Into Griezmann! Right with the save! Gabriel got involved! David Raya with the save for Arsenal.
He's looking for a penalty, Griezmann, but it was the foul before it on Gabriel that got given.
Yeah,
there's the strike. I mean, they're both going for that. Gabriel just hits the floor. And there, Griezmann definitely gets called by Calafiori.
yeah.
But the whistle had already gone for the foul on Gabriel, but
That's what the referee had given. But there is a look at this from the VAR team. They've moved on from it, I think.
well, I tell you, he's in trouble here then, Calafiori, because Griezmann definitely gets caught on the foot. I thought Gabriel and Pupil were both going for a ball. That one's a bit high.
Yeah,
Is he going to have a look at this?
he's talking to Antoine Griezmann and telling him his view of it. They've made a lot of changes here. Simeone and Lenormand and Lookman have been replaced by Nahuel Molina and Sorlot and Johnny Cardoso.
Yeah, not surprised to see both white men leading the field for Atleti. Now, certainly Alexander Sorlot, his height, his presence in both boxes now is going to be huge.
Arsenal also making a change here. Calafiori, who made that lunging challenge a moment ago, is to be replaced by Piero Hincapié. And Noni Madueke is also going to be coming on. Madueke comes on and Odegaard, so it's going to be a triple change from both sides. Odegaard for Eze, Hincapié for Calafiori, Madueke for Saka. Odegaard will reclaim the armband.
Well, this is the only one that separates the two teams up to now on the night. That real clever snapshot from Trossard and the go-to man, Bukayo Saka, alive and alert and gets the tap in. Huge goal, but that's him done for the night.
And we're approaching the hour mark. All change, not quite all change in terms of personnel, but a triple change each. And after this lengthy pause, play is back underway. They have made alarm bells ring a couple of times in this second half, but Arsenal have Atleti, no question about that.
So Llorente has dropped in as a centre half now. Cardoso obviously picking up that central midfield position, sort of up the front. Alvarez will be looking to feed off him as much as he can.
Jokeres. Madueke. Put those away.
Might be his first touch that since coming coming on. It's actually a good chance, you know. Maybe so early and he'll just enter the fray, head down, hit it hard. Trying to sort of get that height and curl on it, going for the far corner. Just bent back a wee bit.
Confirmation of those 3 Arsenal changes, hot on the back of 3 Atleti changes. Alexander Sorloth getting his first touch. Here's Odegaard for Arsenal to Rice. Into the curling run of Victor Gyökeres and claimed by Jan Oblak.
Gyökeres is saying, how about fouled the goalkeeper there? He's back there over the centre half trying to just protect his space. He sees the goalkeeper coming. Maybe he did just nudge into him a little too much. Oblak's always getting that one.
Yeah. He's certainly got a bit of a Gyökeres shoulder in the rib, Jan Oblak. Oh, nicely around the corner from Sorloth for Griezmann. Molina to his right hand side, Griezmann goes on. Trying to sneak it back into Alexander Sorloth. Clear the way only as far as Llorente. Here's Molina. Koke. Nahuel Molina again. Sends it wide for Ruggieri. Johnny Cardoso. With a header. He has had to bat away up there, Gyökeres. With Puglia and Hanko there. 2 centre halves that want to get really tight and physical. He's never shied away from it. No, not at all. He's given as good as he's got. I thought he's played very well, actually. But Gyökeres is batting there really hard and won some important possession for his team. Arsenal thought that was going to be their throw-in. Jan Seibel, the referee's assistant on this near side, said not. Llorente takes it. That's got the straight. Alvarez sends it away toward Matteo Ruggieri. Johnny Cardoso into Ian Alvarez. Back into Cardoso, the substitute, to Marcos Llorente. Flick back into Llorente nicely. Good challenge by Rice. Llorente putting Trossard under pressure. Yeah, and wisely getting rid there. Leandro Trossard, another change here. Yeah, there is, 28 minutes to go. And Atletico are going to bring on Alex Baena. Any of these sort of free kick situations now, this is where Sorloth adds a different dimension for Atleti. Just as Alex Baena gets ready to come on. These deliveries now from Griezmann have got to be right on the money, in and around that penalty spot. Arsenal going to hold that line. The blue shirts have got to try and pinch a yard between them. Someone's got to get their head on something here. Alexander Sorloth, the number 9, the tall Norwegian, gives a different option. In goes the free kick, headed firmly out. Ian Alvarez. Molina. Koke.
Piero and Cappier. It's a great run. Trossard puts him in down the line. And Victor Yoker has been begging for one like this all night long. And he comes at him. They're not easy when they pitch a couple of yards in front of him. He's got real pace on the delivery. He gets lovely contact, but it's just a couple of feet too high. Had he been on target, I think he just flies past that plate. I don't think he sees it. What a chance.
Well, that was so agonising. Atletico made a couple of changes. Antoine Griezmann and William Alvarez have been replaced. And Luis Bennett and Thiago Almada are on the pitch, wearing 10 and 11 respectively. Johnny Cardoso. Okay. He wants the back of Capier's head.
Just went into Lewis Skelly, put his elbow on the small of his back a bit. Not surprised that Griezmann come off, didn't really see enough from him tonight. Alvarez was dropping shorter to try and stay significant in the game. So I think I don't blame Diego Simeone at all for the changes that he's made. Now he's got to keep his fingers crossed and hope they can find something.
Yeah. If they don't, then we've seen the last of Antoine Griezmann in Champions League football.
Just the yard over here. Great run, that idea. He's worked hard in there tonight. I mentioned earlier, in this sort of company, pressure surrounding a game like this, not always straightforward. For someone who hasn't had a lot of minutes in a different position, but he's applied himself really well.
Marcus Llorente forward.
He's got to do better, Saul up there. Got to hold that up. He's got to back in and use his brain. Like Llorente has done. And Burnham went over far too easy there.
And has done well for his side. Very risky. Ben White for Arsenal.
Long way out to Ben White, that one. Good interception on his toes and dangerous ball from Molina right across the 18-yard box. Might have been better served Ben White's in. He can just roll it into Madueke's feet. Taking risks here now, Atleti. They're inviting Arsenal on, and they've got to be very careful. I mean, they're playing it short across the back. They've got Solo now up the middle. I don't think they need to risk anything at the back now. They can see the second one, it's done.
A little over 20 minutes to go. It is a very slender advantage that Arsenal have. He's used all his 5 substitutions. Ruggieri. Cardoso. Diana. Koke moves it quickly into Marcus Llorente. Enough, and Arsenal fans are getting more and more excited.
And I think they can sense now that we're at that point in the game where if they can find that right delivery and add to the one they've got, they can all start scrambling on their phones looking for a hotel and a flight and a Champions League final ticket.
Being watched and watched closely by Carlos. Rice with the delivery, a glancing defensive header from Alexander Shaw, and is collected by Nani Madueke. Madueke has done well, but it's cost not so much. He's got to come on to the influence at the centre of midfield. He's trying to be a calming influence from the touchline.
Yeah.
First half, everything.
It's just what I think Simeone's just looking for a little bit of organisation and a little bit of rhythm from his team. Miles Lewis-Skelly just getting a little bit of treatment. He may well be the one making way for Zubimendi. If he's got a little bit of a problem.
You would have thought so. He's done well though, hasn't he?
Yes, he's done very well. He's done okay.
And the tension is almost unbearable. Lewis-Skelly to be replaced by Zubimendi. Sort of 17 minutes away, plus whatever's added on from a place in the Budapest final.
I wonder how many obviously are already booking hotels and flights.
I think some already have, probably.
Probably have. Still got a bit to do. Yeah, never enough. Always living on your nerves.
On back with a forward ball. That's really well controlled by Sola. Important block by Saliba for Arsenal. A bending ball into the run of Bayern here. Thiago Almada is in the middle, is deflected behind. It's a corner kick to Atletico Madrid. They believe. In goes that corner, headed out by Jokeres. Doing his defensive work well. Marcus Llorente. Molina.
Great ball.
Flick on and it was behind Sola. He gets his hands on the back of Arsenal's goalkeeper, who collapses, and it's a free kick. Softly conceded.
Demanding more from his players. Keep believing.
He's won the UEFA Europa League twice with Atleti as a coach. He won the old UEFA Cup as a player with Inter. But this is the big one they all won. And taken up by Jokeres.
Done so well in hanging on to that ball and trying to buy his team a little bit of time. As midfield players to get up to him and support him. I think he's been excellent in that respect tonight, Victor Jokeres.
clearance away downfield, chested to Koke. Thiago Almada for Atleti. Diana. Arsenal already conceded 3 goals in this stadium in the Champions League this season. One of them scored by Bayern, 2 of them scored by Kairat Almaty. Is sending Arsenal to their 2nd Champions League final.
And just got our static blue shirts when that shot come in. Yeah, I'm going after a save like that. They went through a defender's legs. Just could have done with someone being a little bit more on their toes. Cue those wild celebrations.
I was watching some footage of Mikel Arteta, the player, yesterday in the context of his role at Everton. We'll talk about that in a minute. Here's my good challenge from Jerry. Knocked down by Saliba, collected by Zubimendi. The point I was going to very quickly make is that Arteta as a player was a very much more measured, calm person than he is as a coach. Here's Gyökeres, good challenge, Puglia. Madrid. Ben has managed to keep that ball in play. Not as he's lost it now. Ruggieri with the block, and calmly by David Deco to Jan Oblak. Atleti are still in this, but it's getting really tight for them now. They haven't really looked back scoring in the last 10-15.
No. Oh yeah, 1 or 2 moments. But not enough.
Odegaard with a chinking run. Lost it to Madrid. Ben White was collected with a bit of a stretch by Oblak, who has very long goalkeeper's arms. Molina coming forward. Sorry, beg his pardon. Thiago Almada coming forward. Johnny Cardoso's pass. Sorlock. A little glance up to see who's there. Saliba blocked. Doesn't find Koke. Ben White for Arsenal now. Odegaard and Saliba. Blue shirt, so picking up the second balls. Llorente's cross. Through the legs of Zubimendi, into a gap for Marcus Llorente.
That's a brilliant cross. I think Ruggieri needs to get in the box on the far post.
Bayern, Sorlock, Llorente!
Just done enough in the area, cross out there. So just put Marcus Llorente off. You can see there's a little bit of room, but Trossard snapping away.
Holding Gyökeres.
Okay, one thing he's got him, but you've got to let go. Otherwise you're not going to get away with it. And this is what I think too many defenders clearly talk to do, which surprises me in the modern game. So obsessed with getting so tight and so close to players nowadays that as Jokeres did there, he gets his body in, protects the ball, then the defender's got to let go. You've got to let him go.
In this high-octane, high-intensity crucible of an atmosphere, that is maybe surprisingly the first yellow card of the contest. Arsenal don't need to hurry anything.
Just on half time, which is a really crucial moment in the game.
As a player, Andy, in this kind of situation, so close to something really big, try and get the pitch. Is it worth seeing that shot?
Much worse.
Madrid try to sneak it into Odegaard. Chuck it back to Oblak.
There's nothing you can do something about it. If this happens, you can do is keep your fingers crossed.
Marcus Llorente here for Atletico Madrid, cut out by Nkapie. Martinelli. In some ways not dissimilar to Arsenal's second leg, but look how much it means. Not dissimilar to the second leg of the quarter-final against Sporting, when Sporting knew they only needed one goal, but in all honesty, they never really looked like they were going to get it. Arsenal not given them anything really appetizing.
Savings. They look like a couple of situations, but nothing's really material at this point. The best one is that semi-that ball might have nudged into the floor to give them.
Prayers being offered for a second goal.
Just backs into pushes back and can't get it up.
It's touched into Alex Scoring, and he's got his first effort completely wrong. And then he's got his open right, and Mike finds Odegaard.
Brilliant ball serve forward. The cutback for Silva was perfect. didn't make any real connection.
Marcus Llorente. All Black, 4 to play. Pass out it.
He's cleverly positioning himself. Gabriel there and sort of took the bait. Watch Gabriel just stand out, that's the chance. I mean, that is a brilliant situation now on his left foot. That's a real chance that. It's poor that he doesn't make any genuine contact with that. He just had half the yard there as well.
19 goals this season, the Norwegian, he couldn't make it 28. And Arsenal still have this very slender advantage. And the clock ticks on. Sorloth brought it down nicely. Sorloth. Diana here for Atletico. Almada, it's nicely controlled. It's not over. So clear, and what we'll do in a moment. The operation just brought this out a couple of seconds there. Also start free kick.
Absolutely happy to just put context up to the floor there, bring the game up. All the time the game starts gives Arsenal a chance just to make sure they're all absolutely where they need to be.
Ruggieri, Koke. Llorente. Koke again. David Henke. Ruggieri. Bayana. Henke, Bayana. And brings only a huge roar from Arsenal fans behind that goal.
Yeah, I can understand the way Alex Bayana's thinking there. He's got a bit of room, needs must. But when you take a shot like that and it flies over the bar, it relieves all the pressure. And those seconds just tick away.
There is time. The pressure's level. The voices of 60,000 fans rolling their team toward the tape as Martinelli finds Odegaard. Marcus Llorente made sure he didn't go back into Gabriel Martinelli. There's a collision off the ball. A minimum of 5 added minutes, says Tobias Steele, the fourth official. Still with the touch. That's good play by Odegaard. Because let's have a throw in.
Atleti.
There it goes. Molina couldn't quite control it. He crosses it to Arsenal, who are 3.5 minutes away from the Champions League final for only the second time in their long, successful history. They believe this is going to be one of the greatest seasons the club has ever had. It's a yellow card for certainly one of the Atletico coaching staff, probably, I think, the main man.
Yeah, I think he's urging David Ryan to take this goal kick. Just protesting a little too vociferously there.
Marcus Llorente with a header. Solo.
I'm just surprised they don't put Hanko or Bubi or someone further forward up there alongside Solo.
I think Arteta's just got a yellow card as well.
Well, he's looking at him, there's nothing there. I need more blue shirts on the field.
Koke couldn't control it. It feels like Arsenal managing this game expertly. And edging ever nearer. Have possession, and Declan Rice plays it to Gyökeres. Atleti have a throw-in. Taken by Marcus Llorente as the rain falls on Diego Simeone. It wasn't the greatest header by Saliba. Llorente. It's a good header by White. Ruggieri. That'll do at this stage. He's just that we don't need to use that one.
Arteta terutama ya, kalau sudah dikatakan serius bahwa pengalaman pertamanya bisa
yang diikuti dengan rasa kecewa dari Atletico yang harus terhenti di semifinal ketujuh mereka. Tapi bagi tim tuan rumah tentu saja ini membawa kembali memori di masa lalu. Arsenal melakukannya bersama dengan skuad yang luar biasa dipimpin oleh Thierry Henry. Kini Arteta bersama dengan Bukayo Saka dan kawan-kawan punya kesempatan untuk melakukan apa yang belum pernah dilakukan oleh